Hello everyone, or whoever's watching this. Today's video is going to be a sketchbook tour and sketchbook number 1. So this isn't actually my first sketchbook, but I put number 1 because it's the first one that I've officially took serious and tried to complete. So we have Sungkwa from ATEEZ here. It doesn't really look like him, but that's because I was testing out acrylic because I haven't used acrylic paint in a while. But there's a star and it says Sketchbook 1, and then on the side it also says Sketchbook 1. Can you see that? Okay, there. So this sketchbook is ELO sketchbook. It's an 8x8 inch sketchbook. And I just remembered when you open it, it shows your information, so I need to cover that really quick. Okay, so you just open it by moving this elastic band, and it goes on the back too. So you just move it, and then here it is. I started it on, so I started this sketchbook on August 10th of 2020, and I finished it October 10th. So, over a month ago. And here's just my socials. Here's my information, my address and stuff, so I'm not going to show that. Here I just wrote some goals that I wanted to focus on, and here are some just quick drawings. The references were from Pinterest, and I wrote this one, but I didn't write this one because I forgot. And then here is Midoriya from, oh my god, why did my brain blink out? From My Hero Academia. I drew this before I even watched the show, so he kind of looks wonky, and I tried copying the show style, but later I redraw it, and you'll see a huge improvement. Here I was trying to do the 100 heads challenge, but I couldn't do it. I just got tired after drawing these, so I just drew these ones, and then made a border behind them. But I'll try to put in the description the person who started this challenge. And then next, these are some drawings from an old sketchbook. Well, not really old sketchbook, but it was the sketchbook before this one. But I didn't like that type of sketchbook. Let me try to show you what sketchbook it is. So it was in one of these sketchbooks, but I don't really like ring sketchbooks, and it wasn't even completed, so I just tore out all the pages and made like a collage of them on these. So here's this one. Here, this is Augusti, Suga, Yoongi, whatever you call him, from BTS. This is a TikToker, but I can't remember her account, and I didn't write it down, so I don't know if you know who this is. Can you comment it or something? Here's Sailor Moon, and here's Kyo from Fruits Basket. Yoongi, Taehyung, so BTS members. This is an online friend. This is another YouTuber, but I can't remember the name at the moment, so I'll put it in later. Here's Sungkwa from ATEEZ. Here's Yoosung, San, Kyo, Yuki, and Kyo, so Fruits Basket characters. And then here's a redrawing of a Pikachu character that I made years ago. And then here's Yuki, the Joker. I love this drawing. This one only took me 5 minutes because it was like a rough sketch drawing. But here's a self-portrait. And then I just put ill blank space because I don't really like blank spaces in my sketchbooks. Here are so I had just gotten the Ohuhu brush pack, the 48 pack. And I just wrote down the colors I used for my little chibi character. But yeah, here's all the colors. And then I got the markers the same day that I got this sketchbook, so I got them on August 10th. And that's why you see them in the beginning being used. But here is some Pokemon. I just put some watercolor down, and I drew Pokemon over it. And then here is Kyo from Fruits Basket. I like this drawing the most, that's why I added more color to it. So a trick that I learned is to focus, if you don't like the other drawings, to focus your attention on one of them, and just add color to it, and it will draw the person's attention to this one so they don't focus on the mess behind it. Ooh, here's my first original character that I've ever made. I think I made more before, but this is like the first that I've acknowledged. So it started off with this drawing. Or actually, I drew Jimin first on here, and then I didn't know what to do, so I just drew that. And then I did a quick little sketch, and then I redid it so it looked better. And then I was picking out the skin tones and the outfit color. I didn't go with this one because this one looks like a freaking minion, and I did not want that. And then I said that this one looks like cotton candy, but I didn't think it would go well for this character, so I just wrote down maybe for a different character, and I will use this color scheme later. But here's my OC, Skyler, and he's a male, and he's short. I put shy, but he doesn't look shy. I still have to figure out what I'm going to do with it because it's a fairly new character. But here's a chibi style hand posed chibi. Yeah. And since I used marker on the back, marker bleeds through this paper, so I had to cover it, and I was just trying out some poses. And you can see the sketchbook was falling apart because I was rough with the sketchbook. But here are some K-pop idols, so Sanghwa, Yeosang, Hoseok from BTS, and then Taehyung from BTS. Oh, here I was going to draw a bunch of like chibi BT21 characters, so like this is my character with like a little thing, but I was going to draw the others, and I was going to make them into Redbubble stickers, but I got lazy and didn't finish it, so I just left this page blank, and I went back and just stuck random drawings that I did into this page so it wasn't blank. And then here I was testing out a stamp. It's a V stamp for my initial. Why can't I talk? But here's, oh, this one. So I did a random number generator because I have drawers in front of me and they all have K-pop groups. But what was I gonna say? Oh, so I put the random number generator, and then I put I got 2 groups, I think. Yeah, I got 2 groups. So I got ATs, and then I just chose 3 members to do, and I drew them. I love this drawing. I don't like this one because I can't really draw side profiles that good. But the other group was BTS, and I hate how I wrote that. But here's Jungkook, Suga, and Jimin. I really like Jimin's drawing, but I don't think you can really see it. Can you see that? Okay. Here's a drawing of Jungkook that I never finished, and this was in a really old sketchbook, but it was loose, so I just stuck it in here. And then here I was testing out some zebra mild liners, and the paper is different from this one because I had drawn something underneath, but I didn't like it, so I stuck another piece of paper over it. And here I wrote, it's 6 a.m. and like a crying face because I don't sleep that much, and I just draw. So yeah, here's Taehyung from BTS. Ooh. So there's a different type of paper stuck on this page too, and this is Moana from the movie Moana. But I really like it. I used Tombow brush pens for the background and for the hair. And then I used color pencils for the skin, and let me see. Yeah, I used color pencils for the skin, and then for everything else I used watercolor markers. And then here is, I can't remember the, I think it's Solgi from Red Velvet, but I can't remember 100%, so correct me if I'm wrong. But I used hoo-hoo markers for this one. And you see how much it bleeds through? Yeah. Here I was testing out these random markers that I took from my school. That sounds so bad, but they're like little cheap watercolor markers. And I think I took them in like 8th grade, so that was years ago, so I don't think they could get me in trouble for it now. But I just put random markers because it doesn't say a brand on them. They're just blank, and they suck. They tear up the paper. Like, this is rough, like fairly thick paper, but it tore up the paper. So I just drew this, and I put these suck, and I just drew some Pokemon. Ooh, this one. So this is paper from the sketchbook that I was talking about, the ring one that I didn't really like. So I drew this as like a rough guide, but I didn't draw Mingy on here because there's another person right here who's missing. So I drew this as a close-up. And then this was the full drawing, but I never finished it. So yeah, I got these members done, but I didn't finish these ones. So hopefully I could go back and finish them, but I don't think I will. And then here I was testing out some watercolor. I was testing out my, what is it, the Sakura watercolor set? The koi one. These poses, they're from Pinterest, but I didn't write them down, so I don't know. I'm sorry. Here's a here's a drawing that I found, and it was like on loose notebook paper, and this was from 2017, so I redrew it in 2020, and it's Mabel from Gravity Falls. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you notice, I add washi tape throughout my pages that feel just blank and empty. Here, this was the first day of school. It was August 26th. It was AP art, and we drew a shark during that class, so this was fun to do. But during that class, I also got bored because it's combined with ceramics, so she focuses more on ceramics, but I drew this, and it's pen portrait practice. This looks like, what's his name from Haikyuu? I can't remember his name, but it looks like him. I think you guys, if you watch it, you'll know. Here's some self-portraits, a bunch of them, and I put, can I take that off? I put a sticky note over this because I didn't like what was underneath, and I can't take it off. But here's Momiji from Fruits Basket. I used a reference picture for this, and I can't remember. I just searched the Momiji, and a drawing similar to this one came up, so I just drew it in my style. Oh, here are some draw these in your own style challenges. This one was from drawin.soul, and I drew it in my style. And then here is from, this one is my favorite drawing so far. This one is from Kate Nosy Art. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name, but there it is. Here's Augusti's Dachiwata. Since I used a marker on the back, I just put acrylic paint over it, and then I went over with an acrylic paint marker. And then here I drew Jungkook for his 23rd birthday, and I got food on it. Well, it was hot chips. I got hot chips on it. But here it is. I don't like the teeth. The teeth just bug me so much. But here's the little doodles. Yeah. Oh, here I was planning what to do on the cover, because the cover was empty, so I was planning out designs, and I wanted to do a Marvel Avengers theme, so that's why I had these, and I was going to do these, and I was also thinking of K-pop, but then I went for this, like, it was this, and then it went down to these, and then I was just picking out what I liked best. Here are my friends' birthdays, and I was trying to choose what pictures I wanted to do for their birthdays, and I picked them. Oh, here, this is also from the old sketchbook, the ringed one that I didn't like, and I tore up all the pictures out, and I put them here. And I made a collage of these pictures, like the actual reference pictures, and I asked my friends which one should I draw, like actually try to do a finished drawing of it. And let me see if I can get this. I asked which Yoongi, and my friends made it a tie, and then I asked my best friend, and he broke the tie and picked number 5, and this was number 5. But I also wrote to draw number 1 too, because my friend really wanted me to draw it. And yeah. Oh, my friend also told me to draw the NCT members, and there's like, well, at this time there was 21, and then they introduced more later, but I haven't drawn the updated version. But here's all the members, and then here's a list of them, and then I put little dots what unit they're in. And then this is my friend, my online friend. Here's Yoongi, San, and then Sunghwa. And then here's some random nonsense that I wrote, like made a collage and stuff. This is when I got bored during AP art, and I just got a piece of paper and like did a bunch of pen on it. So this isn't the same paper as this. I just glued it on here, and I just wrote, "This is what happens when I get bored in AP art and have a blue pen." Blue pens during this sketchbook was one of my favorite medias to work with. And then here is Sunghwa from ATEEZ. I just used 2 Tombow brush pens for this one, the water brush pens. And then I liked the NCT drawing so much that I wanted to do it for like each K-pop group that I like. So here's BTS, here's all the members, and then here's GOT7, here's all the members. So here's Jungkook. This picture was trending so much, and I wanted to draw it, so I did, and then I just drew other outfits that he's worn. And then here is Tata from BT21, so there's that drawing, and then outfit ideas. And then here's Mang from BT21, so all these are BT21 drawings. It's just how I think they'd look like as a human. So here's Chimmy. here's Shuki. I imagined Shuki as a child because he's really small. He's just a small cookie. And I just drew him as a child because it made the most sense to me. And then here's RJ. I didn't like this drawing of Tata. I didn't really like this spread, so I redid it. And then here's Cookie. And then Koya and Van. Oh. And then here is... So I was doing this drawing on live, and then someone asked me if I could teach them how to draw, so I was teaching them how to draw a face, and then how to use a reference picture to draw bodies and stuff. And then here's Namjoon's 26th birthday spread. Here's the halfway spread. I really like this one. I just got some watercolor markers and just I went ham on this page. And then I wrote just hang in there because I was getting exhausted. But yeah, here's my OC Skyler again. Here I drew Day 6 members and card members because I did an Instagram poll asking which K-pop group I should draw next, and they said Day 6 and card, so yeah. Oh, and then the same person that asked me how to draw the anatomy on the other page, they asked me how do I sketch, and this is a spread that I made. So, what was I thinking? I was saying sketch lightly and draw like a box, and then for the eyes, draw a triangle and just round it out later, and then darken the spots you need to. And for a mouth, you do 3 points. And for a nose, you start off with a circle. So, yeah. Here, I had finished watching Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, and oh, it's so good, I love it. So I drew him in my style. And it only took me one night to finish it, because it's only 5 hours long. And then here, since I used a marker on the back, I put washi tape down. I put washi tape down, and I like glued this drawing on it, and then I went over it with clear tape because the glue didn't want to stick down to the washi tape. And then here, I was doing birthdays for K-pop idols, so here's Yeonjun, Felix, Han Ji-sung, Amber, and Youngjae. Ooh, my other OCs. So I wanted to draw another OC. And let me see. So this is from my old sketchbook. I drew this, and it was going to be an original character, but I changed it up, and the glasses that I drew with the Skyler one, I did it here again, and I was doing this, and I couldn't decide what color theme I wanted, and then I asked my friends, wait, should I make them twins? So I did make them twins, and I was trying to choose their names, and here they are. This is Do-woon and Minjun. Oh, and then, so the Yoongi spread earlier, this was the first one, can I find it? So which Yoongi, it was the number 1 when I wrote draw number 1 too, so here it is. I need water. Do I have water in this? Yes, I do. Here's my Hero cup. Speaking of My Hero, I drew myself as like my own quirk in the universe. What I think my quirk would be similar to Momo's like creation quirk, but instead I'd have to draw it, and the more I remember what it looks like, the more powerful it would be, like, and the more detailed it would be. Here I got some random pens, and I just drew ATs, but I don't really like this because all their body proportions are hella weird. Here's a drawing of my friend, but I'm not gonna show it because it's weird. Oh, I drew Do-woon again, but without his glasses. And I just wrote, like, this looks hella stiff, and I just wrote study anatomy because I'm an idiot, and I always forget to draw, or forget to study anatomy. And then here I was just thinking of some nail designs, so yeah. Oh, here's, this is actually when I finished My Hero Academia. My favorite character is Todoroki, so I drew him. And then I drew Midoriya, and can you see the difference between, like, after I watched the show and, like, before I watched the show? Like, also, I didn't like this drawing because I felt his eyes were too slanted, so I redrew it like that. Oh, here's some Among Us characters. I asked my followers if I should draw or can I draw their Among Us characters, and they sent me what their Among Us characters looked like, so I drew these two. And then here's another birthday spread. This is Mina from AOA, I think. Here's Chen from EXO, Jin Young, and then Nayeon. Oh, here's my 3 OCs that I had so far. And then here is my favorite drawing in this whole sketchbook. This is Todoroki from My Hero Academia. He's my favorite character, and I find him very interesting to draw because of his color scheme, so I draw him a lot. Here is Hyunjin from Stray Kids, and I was just testing out my Copic Chow markers because I hadn't used them in a while, and they are very low on ink, and I need to get refills for them. But yeah, here's the pastel set and I think it's the skin tone set. And here I was trying to draw animals, and I can draw dogs fairly well and foxes, but I can't draw bunnies or like fluffy animals. So, here's another birthday spread. It's Hendry from I can't think right now. Shindong, but I don't like him that much anymore because problematic behavior. Here, this is an old drawing from a different sketchbook that I randomly found, so I just stuck it in here. And this was going to be another drawing, but I never finished it, so it's just this one. Here I drew Class 1A from My Hero Academia. I'm obsessed with that show. Midoriya, Todoroki, Bakugo, Kirishima. And then here's part 2. So, Uraraka, Ida, Tokuhiyami, Zero, Hagakure. Is that how you pronounce her name? She's the invisible girl, so I didn't really draw anything. Yayorozu. I can't talk, I swear. And then here's Mina, Ashiro, Ayama, Asui, Kaminari, Jiro, Mineta. I hate Mineta so much. Koda, Ojiro, Shoji, and I forgot to write his damn name. I just realized that, and I can't remember his name right now. But yeah, I freaking love Shoji too. Here, I got bored, so I made a random rainbow collage of K-pop idols, and I put clear tape over it so they all lay flat. Yeah, here's a bunch of K-pop idols. And then here is some random practice with a red pen and red marker. This is my online friend. But yeah. I was trying to draw chubbier bodies too. And then here's Nishinoya from Haikyuu. I freaking love him. He's my favorite character. And I want to dye my hair like that, like just have the little front pieces be bleached. Oh, I love this. So, I was listening to Stray Kids, and I just painted the black with acrylic because I used marker. And I was listening to Backdoor, and I just wrote random English lyrics that I couldn't understand in here and just wrote it down. And I also did the same for God's Menu. And I like the idea of this, so I did a random number generator for it, and I got BTS's War of Hormones. So I picked 2 more groups that I wanted to draw, like do this of, and I just did random number generator, and I just switched the YouTube thing for it to be most popular videos. So whichever one these 2 were, it was like from the top to the bottom. So here's War of Hormones, and then here's Ann Pan Man. And then here's AT's spread. This is what color scheme I thought of for Answer and for Thanks. I think that's the song. Here I had gotten my Himi gouache paint, and I was testing it out, and I drew Park Jimin for BTS, and then I drew these. I just sketched these, and this isn't the Himi paint. These are zebra mild liner markers. So yeah, I love the texture. Here I did a bunch of sketches of BTS's Taehyung, and I just used Tombow brush pens for the back. So my favorite one is these 2. And then here I was testing out all my Tombows to see what colors I had. I drew these, and then I drew Taehyung down here. And then here I was testing out what color wax stamps I have, and this is so weird to like just run your fingers through. So I have more colors in the back, but they didn't fit in the front. So, and then here I was drawing Ryojin. What's her name? Ryojin from ITZY. And these are just highlighters. And here I just put a bunch of washi tape from the dollar store over this. So these are all from the dollar store except for these 2 down here. This one's from Daiso, and I can't remember where these 2 are from.